think we're pretty far along down the path, but we have advocated what we would do in the impossible event that we would be given the leadership opportunity to do so. We would make massive investments in nuclear power. Well, first of all, you just signal to the market that we are energy realists, and I think you shave $25 off the barrel of oil today. There's an uncertainty premium and a political risk premium baked into the price of oil that could be, that pressure relief would happen overnight. So that we would massive investment in nuclear. We would have a massive investment in natural gas. We would have a massive investment in polysilicon productions facilities in the US so that we can leverage this previously cheap natural gas that is now getting more and more expensive because of European demand for it via LNG. But in the long term, if we would just complete a few pipelines and unleash the power of the Western oil and gas companies, we could prioritize natural gas over coal. We could use some of our natural gas bounty to invest and make capacity for solar. And if we have a much larger share of the grid, for example, being powered by nuclear energy, then we could better tolerate intermittent renewables than we currently do, as we're shutting down nuclear power plants and replacing them with intermittent power, which is the craziest thing that we can be doing. So we'd stop doing all the stupid stuff, and we would signal to the market that there's sanity in the Oval Office, and then we would work hard to convince people to sort of that this is real and sustainable. And last thing we would do is we would pivot away from full battery electric vehicles and towards plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, because battery materials are a huge energy penalty up front, and the materials that you need to make batteries don't exist, and they're all gone vertical as they've gone short. And so the parameter we would optimize around changing the fleet would be, gallons of gasoline that we have avoided having to burn, divided by the whole fleet, and you can get 5 plug-in hybrid cars or 4 plug-in hybrid cars with the same battery that fuels one single battery electric vehicle today. And so you could abate 90% of 4 people's fuel, or you could abate 100% of one person's fuel, which is the more efficient use of batteries. So these are sensible things that are realistic and driven by an acknowledgement of the shortages and the energy penalties we have to pay up front. And we would be prudent about it. You produce more in as clean a way as possible to bridge you to the point where most of your electricity and industrial grade heat could come from nuclear power and topped off with solar. And then you have, cars that are mostly driving on the battery most of the time. And you still need oil and gas for your plastics industry and for, the residual demand. It takes a long time to turn over a fleet of cars, by the way. So it's a 20 to 30 year time horizon that we're looking at. There is no quick, easy path here. Yeah.